But this is a concern of mine, and I'm just going to be straight up with it. Today we got CPI data. All right. We've had positive news on Bitcoin in terms of ETFs, spot ETFs, multiple filings for ETFs. Yet, even on today's CPI number, what type of move are we getting out of Bitcoin? I mean, what, like, really? This is the little uptick we're getting today on the daily chart. Now, listen, this is still a bullish consolidation pattern. It's one of the longest bullish consolidation patterns I have seen in my career in crypto, as well as even in stocks, but it is still inside of the 30,000 to 31,000 range. So it still is slightly bullish, okay? But it continues to irk me. Why hasn't all this positivity, all this risk-on behavior why isn't it causing us to see a breakout on Bitcoin? Okay, now again, I think once if this breaks out, you're going to get a big move. I have an upside target. First target's around 35,000. So you're talking another $4,000 up. That's over 10% up. But it has to do it. And we've had good news after good news after good news for Bitcoin specifically in terms of ETFs not being labeled a security by the SEC, all of these other things. I mean, MicroStrategy's bought a ton more Bitcoin, all of these positives, and we've still been stuck at the same level we were in April. So again, as a trader, as an investor, all you need to be focused on is the 31,000 level here. Let's see if we close above it, right above this area here, or on the bearish case, do we close below this trend line here? If we close below, I'll show you where we're going to go. All right, we're going to go right here. This is going to be your target, basically 26,600, give or take. That's a classic trend line that is a no-brainer. So again, break here, we go here. If we move to the upside, then I think we head towards this area right here, right around 35,000. Your max upside, by the way, on Bitcoin would be this area. In fact, I can go back even further here. Bear with me as I draw this in. If we take this pivot high here, look at this beautiful pivot and trend line. Look at that. That would be that would kind of be your maximum upside that I could see in a short amount of time on Bitcoin, would be about this 45,000 level. You can see trend lines here, touches these lines, and that's where we had a big breakdown. That could be a retrace to that level. Now, by the way, what's interesting about this 45,000 level, it's basically equidistant between this low and this high. So it would essentially, and again, I can do the fibs. I think it's pretty close to a 50% retrace. Let's see. Yeah, very close. So right there, there's your 50% retrace right here around 43,000. So you're essentially at a 50% retrace from your highs to your lows. So little things like that kind of warrant attention. But that's, again, contingent on us breaking through 31, going to 35, and then breaking through 35. All right, so it's kind of a long way away, but it is something worth keeping an eye on.
Hello and welcome to Money Talks. In today's video, Gareth Soloway takes us through his analysis of the crypto market and evaluates the key levels of Bitcoin and the altcoin market. Gareth wants to make sure that you are ready for what's coming next. So without further ado, let's get started with the video.
Now, we have seen altcoins starting to make moves here. Altcoins like Matic had a breakout. Take a look at Matic here. Beautiful little breakout on this over the last couple days. It's been consolidating. Again, upside maximum would be about 83 cents. Would take us back to this level right here. And then Solana has been a rock star. It continues to be one of my favorite cryptos that are not Ethereum and Bitcoin. And you could see here, look at the move. It's up from $14 to $22. That's a 50% move. And it's even trying to break here. If you look at the bigger picture, you had this up move, and then this is a channel, a bullish channel. That's your upside target, $24.40 on Solana. So again, Solana, by the way, you wouldn't be chasing Solana here. At least I don't. I don't chase anything. It's a great move, but it's obviously up 50%. You're not paying up 50%, especially for your reward of another $2. That's less than 10% on this trade. But what I would say is if it hits this line and pulls back and makes a bull flag or consolidation, that's the buying opportunity, right? Like a 50% retrace type thing. That would be an opportunity to go long on that chart. So if we look at gold here, okay, here's a down-sloping trend line, pulled back, broke out, and then look what it did. It retraced to the scene of the crime. what has gold done since then? It has started to move to the upside. So again, we're seeing gold beginning to move up here on the charts. And again, that again signals that support level, a retrace to what I call the scene of the crime. That again is a bounce off of it. And gold again is up today. Why is gold up? The dollar's down, right? I mean, that's the basics of it. So again, in terms of the gold chart, where are we looking for this? So I've called, ever since we were at this high, I've said to people, and I've said it in this broadcast. In fact, if you go back 2, 3, 4 weeks, every single week we talk about gold. And I kept on saying, guys, it should pull back to this trend line. Well, it finally did. And then I said, okay, now you're looking at upside potential. Now you're looking at maybe a move and a breakout above the all-time highs, which if we put a trend line in here, we can clearly see, look at this. That's your all-time high level. So the way this works, education, here we go, education 101 in investing. You have a high pivot and you pull back. When you hit the high pivot again, probabilities, that's known as a double top, you get a big pullback. Big pullbacks off double tops. When you hit a triple top, it's a small pullback, and usually you'll come up and break out at that point. So again, the idea here is that we've gotten the shallow pullback in gold. My guess is this is the beginning of a bigger move up in gold that we should take out by year end, this all-time high. And actually, I wouldn't be surprised to see 21, 22, even 2,300 by year end on gold.
Are you curious about the latest happenings in the crypto world? We got you covered with the most up-to-date news on daily trends and events that are influencing the Bitcoin price, blockchain technology, DeFi, NFTs, Web3, and crypto regulation. Notably, Mike Novogratz, the CDO of Galaxy Digital, has expressed his belief that the approval of multiple spot Bitcoin ETFs is highly likely. He considers this approval to be a significant seal of approval from the United States government for Bitcoin. In other news, the Blockchain Association is calling for an investigation into a potential sweetheart deal between the SEC and Prometheum, a crypto firm. Additionally, Cathie Wood's ARK Invest has successfully capitalized on the recent surge in Coinbase's stock value. According to Mike Novogratz, the approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF would essentially represent a seal of approval from both the SEC and the U.S. government. During a Bloomberg TV interview on July 12, the founder of Galaxy Digital discussed several spot Bitcoin ETF filings currently under review by the securities regulator, including one from the $10 trillion asset manager BlackRock. Novogratz firmly believes that if these filings are approved, it will be a significant milestone for the crypto industry. As of now, the SEC has not yet approved any spot Bitcoin ETFs. However, Novogratz remains optimistic that multiple applications will likely receive approval in the near future. In another development, Cathie Wood's ARK Invest has made a strategic decision to sell 135,152 Coinbase shares, equivalent to $12 million, from one of its prominent exchange-traded funds, the ARK Innovation ETF. This move indicates that Wood's investment firm is securing some profits from its substantial Coinbase holdings. The amount sold accounts for only 0.14% of the fund's overall holdings, as per the trade notification obtained by Cointelegraph.
But this trend line, look at this trend line, okay? Look at how accurate this trend line has been. Every time we've hit it, we hit it here, pulled back, hit it here, pulled back, hit it here, had a big pullback, hit it here, had a small pullback. That's your upside target, right? So if we get back to this level, which is right around 4,500, right? 4,495, but it's an upsloping trend line. So within a few days, basically by next week, you'll be at 4,500. That is your level of resistance. All right, now again, is it possible to break above that level? The answer is yes, but it still has to be respected until we get through it. Now, if we do get through it, where is your next resistance level? And again, I will show you right here, your next resistance level is right in this mix. Right here would be your next resistance, following that at about 4,590. But right now, respect this 4,500 level until proven otherwise. All right, so that's where we have on that. Now let's go to the Nasdaq 100, guys. The Nasdaq 100, again, is dominated by 7. They call it the Magnificent 7 here. But you can see this downsloping channel. And notice how, again, pivot low, pivot low, pivot low, pivot low, pivot low. And then the pivot highs match perfectly. That's where we saw this little pullback. We saw this secondary pullback. What I'm watching for is this level right here, basically this right area here. So right around 371. Now pre-market, the QQQ is trading right in that area. If we flip over to the intraday, go to extended hours, look at this. We're trading at 371. We're right into that level. So that is a big level to watch today on the tech stocks. I want to see, does the Nasdaq 100 close, let's say, above 372? If it does, and we start to see a confirmed break above this channel, then you have to start looking at the next trend line or the next level of resistance. And I'm going to give it to you guys right now on the QQQ. There's a gap fill right here at 380, pretty much to the button here on the QQQ. And again, that would be, from where we're currently trading, would be another $8 higher from where we are pre-market, $7, give or take, on the QQQ. So that would be your next resistance point. And then obviously you get towards those all-time highs, which take us all the way back to 2022, late 2021 and 2022.
So what's your price prediction for Bitcoin at the end of 2023? Tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon with the next video. Thank you so much for watching.